we will hear about this wholesome care. This topic sounds pretty contemporary, right? The title, wholesome care. But how is this related to our bhakti? Our hope and prayer today is that by the end of this talk, we want to feel the effect of, we want to be able to settle down within, and we want to start to feel the healing within. So whatever bhakti that we are practicing, let all the nourishment of bhakti go down completely and be within us. So that's our hope and prayer, to see what we can do to ourselves and to the devotees around, so our bhakti can get deeper and more satisfying as we practice bhakti in harmony. So the topic can be bhakti in harmony, how to practice bhakti in harmony. So we will hear about that. We'll do the sing Jai Radha Madhava, and then we'll hear something about this topic. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Radha Golokanand ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveda Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Om Nitalila Praveshta Shtottara Sadashri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Nitalila Praveshta Shtottara Sadashri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय, मायपुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, जगन्नाथ स्वामी की जय, गंगामयी की जय, यमुनामयी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jaya. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadam Tikam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Name. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Kacharine Nirvisesha Srinivati Paschati Dasi. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for your presence here and for this opportunity to speak about this really important topic for us as sadhakas as we do the sadhana bhakti. So, the title is Wholesome Care for Better Bhakti. That's the title, right? So how is this wholesome care helping us to do bhakti better? That's auspicious, thank you. So, Bhumirapo Ranalo Vayur Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yammi Bhinna Prakriti Rashtada. Lord Krishna is saying. Lord Krishna is there on the altar in the Harinam, but Lord Krishna is present everywhere in the form of his energy. Bhumir, Apur, Analo, Vayur, 5 gross elements that are present everywhere and are present in this body, our physical body, yeah? And the subtle body. Kam mano buddhi revacha, the mind, the intelligence, false ego. Lord Krishna is saying, all these are my energies. So we are made of his energy. The physical body, the mind, the intelligence that we have, the faculty of that ahankara, everything is not separate from Krishna. Isn't that so wonderful? That is all Krishna's energy. And we want to use this Krishna's energy, the bodies, or gross bodies and subtle bodies, in a way where our life can become Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vaishyasi Satyam Te Pratijane Priyosime. Our bhakti, we want our bhakti to go like that, very harmoniously. So, how to utilize what is given to us by Krishna in a way that it can help us to do our bhakti harmoniously. So that's what we are going to hear today. My question is, we have heard this word Vaishnava care, Vaishnava Seva. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is about Vaishnava Seva, devotee care. So we have heard this a lot, right? Please tell me, what comes to your mind when we hear devotee care, Vaishnava Seva? What do you think is Vaishnava Seva? Can you give some examples of what Vaishnava Seva means? Devotee care means? Take prasadam, give prasadam? Prasadam, yes, there you go. So, as you give the example, how to? Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, prasadam. Prasadam, Prabhu, that is transcendental. It's going to act on all of these things. But if we have to categorize, that is physical nourishment. Okay? So caring for the physical health. Please pay attention why this question is asked. Because our default thinking is, oh, devotee care? Somebody needs some, prasadam is very good. But that is our immediate one. And we will look and see what more can be devotee care. Because that will be helpful to us in two ways. In all those ways, we can give the care to others. And in all those ways, we will be able to care for ourselves. That will be important also. So that's why this question. Prasadam, thank you, Prabhu. So that can fall in the physical nourishment, physical health. Anything more that you can think of?
Taking care of elderly devotees.
Taking care of elderly devotees. Helping them some physical help, getting the things straight, and so that is also, so they are not in too much physical discomfort. So physical health, and you are making them feel like they are valued. Some emotional health there, right? Yeah? And I'll tell you what the definition of this social health is. This is devotee interactions. When we are caring for others, taking care of others, what kind of interaction is that between the devotees? It's uplifting other devotees. There is an interaction going on with a good intention that is uplifting the other devotee. Right? So taking care of elderly devotees, yes, in whatever way possible. Right? Sometimes it's physical help. Sometimes it's just sitting with them for some time. That is also devotee care. It doesn't have to be the objects passed over. That we have to understand, because all of us here are capable of giving this complete care to each one of us. That's why devotee care doesn't have to be a separate team, doesn't need any separate organization. It's a kuch nahi. Devotee care, Vaishnava Seva is an integral part of bhakti. It's an integral part of bhakti. It's not an option or choice. This we will see more. So taking care of the elderly devotees in whatever way possible. What other Vaishnava Seva or devotee care that you like to give?
Providing emotional support to devotees at the time of need, as well as guidance in their spiritual life as they need it.
Wonderful. You have covered two aspects here, Prabhu. The emotional health, right? And the guidance in the spiritual aspect. Generally for the outside people, the spiritual health is different. And intellectual health, cognitive health, that is different for them. They are in a different world. But for us, it is simplified. Our cognitive health or intellectual health is Shastra. Shastra means Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is spiritual health. Harinam. So very much simplified for us. So yes, Prabhu, those two categories are covered. Right? Spiritual health and giving Shastra. Is giving Shastra devotee care?
Yes.
Yeah? Devotee care? Right? In which care does it fall? The cognitive, intellectual care. That is also care. So when we look at each devotee, they are providing devotee care. We may not know, they may not know. So, Shastra, spiritual guidance, emotional and spiritual one. Yes. Anything more that you can think of?
Cooking together.
Cooking together. Cooking together. Yes, Prabhu, everything is there. If you say anything, say what. Everything is there. Yes, cooking together. The Vaishnava interactions. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Vaishnava. So I will talk about more general. So it needs body, mind and soul. We know we are soul, yeah? We are not this body, but in one sense we have to have body, we do have body, and we need to do something about it. So the care should be body, mind and soul. These three categories, then this complete care of every devotee.
Excellent. That, whatever Prabhu said, the complete care is just wholesome care. Complete care, wholesome care. So if we have to categorize for the body, for the mind, and for the soul. And when we say soul, it's the spiritual help and Shastra too. Okay. So this is, we tend, why is this brought up here? Do we not know about this? Are we not doing it? Because there is a tendency for us, especially when we come to bhakti, start practicing in devotion in the beginning stages. More so in the beginning stages. Our vision is not very broad about bhakti. So what we might end up thinking, I just have to practice my bhakti. Why do I have to think about all these things? A complicate करने की ज़रूरत है क्या? My bhakti, I'll chant and I'll do the seva as needed. Actually, chant and do the seva as needed is good. But the point that we are bringing is, our chanting should be so steady, so harmonious and so deep. Whatever the Acharya said about Harinama, we should be able to experience. Our seva should be so steady, with such wonderful mood, that our Acharyas, Vaishnavas and Lordship should be pleased. That is the purpose of going a little deeper into what can I do so my nama can go from nama bhasa, not nama parada, nama bhasa. How can it go towards the Shuddha nama? How can my bhakti get even more better? That is our goal, and this is why we are focusing on these points. So these are the different kinds of devotee cares, the cares that we can provide. Now the next question is, this care, is it only to provide to others? Are we here only to serve? Serve is wonderful. But does that mean I keep serving? Or does this imply to me too, to us too? Does it imply to us?
Yes.
Devotee care is for giving. And devotee care is for self too. Wow, Mataji, you are sounding too selfish. Care for yourself? Okay, then my question, when we go in the flight, when we get a warning, flight, we are in danger, get your oxygen mask on. What do? Shall we grab the oxygen mask and put the mask on everybody? We will be gone by that time. Right? First we have to save ourselves. We really have to care for ourselves. If we are not caring for ourselves, if we are not healed, if we are not harmonious within, how will we be able to heal others? How can others feel the harmony in bhakti that we are asking them to do? So how important is it, this caring for us? Right? So as much as the oxygen mask is important for us to put on first, and then rescue everybody around, family, friends, the whole flight, but our mask should be on. Care, this care is like that. Self-care is we are caring so we can care for others too. Yeah? So this is clear. We are not selfish. We are not selfish. By focusing on self-care, not that we are getting stuck in self-care. We want to see that we are harmonious within so we can provide better seva. Yes? Okay. How can we care for ourselves? These are the divisions, right? Okay, yeah, this is something to say. Imagine, these are individually, each one of us. Yeah? Our physical health, all these aspects of health. When we are caring for ourselves with all these aspects of health, Each one of us, this is our ISKCON here. As we care for ourselves, while caring for us, we care for others. And then what happens? Each devotee in ISKCON, we form the members of ISKCON, our Srila Prabhupada family. This is a very harmonious, happy bhakti family. This is what we want. This is what we want. Yeah? So this is our goal and prayer. Okay, now coming to the practical aspects. What can I do for physical health? This we can make it very simple. We have heard it all, so I'm just going to say, by the way, what you are seeing is everything is on the temple website. This book on wholesome devotee care is this booklet. It's not a very big one. This is compiled, written after some scientific research and our Shastra combined, very much tailored to our devotee mood and needs. So you may find it helpful. It's on the website. For the details, you may please go through this later. I'll just show you what's in there and the highlights of this. So physical health, there's a lot of information you can go through, but for our purpose here, these are the things we should focus on. If you like to put a checklist, otherwise we are thinking, oh, my food is great, my sleep is great, oh, I think I am doing exercise. Few steps, great exercise, are mind tricks. So if you are particular about, if you think you need to get your physical health better, please see, you can check it every day too, for any of these healths. Okay. These are the 4 things: food, sleep, exercise, and environment, as close to nature as possible. And there's information here you can go through. Yeah. This part, if you see that, the sleep, what sleep can do scientifically. Sleep is a big medicine. So you please take a look at that later. That's physical health. Our focus now is about the emotional health. Emotional health, devotees hesitate to talk. Devotees hesitate to acknowledge. Oh, I'm practicing bhakti. Is it okay to feel stressed? Is it okay to feel a little angry? Is it okay to feel a little upset? So, emotional health, any feeling that comes from us, okay, let's put it this way. First of all, the emotions that come out should not be bottled up. Should not be bottled up, should not be repressed. Otherwise, they are going to take a toll on physical health and on our psychological health too. And that's going to affect our bhakti. So then what can we do about it? There are many emotions that come out. How to handle that? There is an emotional tool. There are 2 tools, emotional tools. I'm going to just say briefly. What do we do when these emotions come up? First thing to understand is, it is very natural for all these emotions to come up. We don't have to label them, negatively label them, and then inflict upon us, number 1. Don't have to negatively inflict upon us. What we do is this ruler. This is an emotional tool. When any emotion, this is being conscious of us. We want to be Krishna conscious. By being conscious of what is happening within us and dovetailing it, getting it towards Krishna in the service. This is what we are doing with the emotional caring bhakti. And what I'm presenting now is not something new that we are trying here. This ruler thing, outside the devotee community, it is taught everywhere. In the universities, in the institutions, you just Google it and say ruler. So why I'm saying this is a proven tool for any human being, any person, and we are also people. We use it in a way that is conducive to our bhakti, that can take us closer to Krishna. That's what. And this is They might have come up with this word ruler. We already have it. In Brahma Samhita, we already have it. In the Shastra, it is already there. We didn't pay attention, that's all. What is that? Once I tell you what this ruler is, I'm going to ask you, where is that in the Shastra? Okay. So when the emotions come up, first thing is, recognize the emotion. Say, first of all, okay, I am disturbed. I'm recognizing I'm angry, or I'm upset, I'm depressed, I'm sad. Recognize it. Recognizes. All these can be seen as messages from Krishna. Messages from Krishna seeking attention, so this can be geared towards Krishna in the service. Please, dear devotees, because these emotions continue to come up, what to do about them. So first is recognize what that emotion is and understand where this is coming from. Okay, I'm angry because my child did something which she shouldn't be doing, or somebody said something that is not so right. Understand. Angry, recognize where is it coming from, and am I upset, angry, or what? And then express the emotion. What we are doing is not bottling up, not shoving it away. Express it just to yourself. Sometimes it can be big. You cannot really take it, and you can't chant. And the service also, it is difficult to do. Express it, journal it down, talk to somebody, yeah? And confidentiality. When you disclose, talk to somebody who you think would be uplifting and understanding. And then regulate the emotion. What it means is, now that you know what is going on, why is going on, see what you can do about that, so you can get closer to Krishna. This is where our devotees use this tool for bhakti. These emotions constantly come within us. So there is an opportunity every moment for us to get closer to Krishna. Yeah? Now please tell me, what shloka? Anything, any emotion that is coming within us can take us closer to Krishna. Yam krodha kama sahajadi pranaya. Yam krodha kama sahajadi pranayascha bhiti vatsalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhavaihi sanchintyatat sadrishim tanuma purete govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Let any emotion come. How can this be geared towards Krishna? How can it help me to continue my service? So, what we are doing is we are not bottling up, we are acknowledging the emotion, we are addressing it in a way that is conducive to our bhakti. And in the process, either we are journaling it down, and if that's not enough, we are talking to professionals who are able to hear, or in extreme cases, the trauma can be so bad that they need some help. It is okay to get any help needed, but our bhakti should go on. So the emotion should not be neglected, should not be suppressed, should not be bottled up. Let them be acknowledged and geared in such a way that it takes us closer to Krishna. That's a very important point. We may be thinking, oh, I'm doing bhakti. No emotions are only wonderful transcendental emotions. Actually, yes, we will be taken to that stage, transcendental emotions, but we are in sadhana. So, we are making our way out through these emotions to get closer to Krishna. So this is one tool. And the second one is, dear devotees, did this happen to you at all? You try to help somebody with all good intention, and you are surprised to see that it is backfired. And you are like, what? No. Yeah. And next time, like, do I help or not? Do I talk or not? Main kya karu? These people keep on saying, Vaishnava Seva, devotee care. I try to do something, and what is this happening to me? Did that happen? Yeah. So, there is something called as boundaries. Beautiful boundaries. Boundaries, it means, boundaries mean oh wow, this is so rigid. Bhakti is supposed to be free flowing, evolution of consciousness. What is this boundaries about? It can sound like that. Yeah? These boundaries are beautiful. These are beautiful boundaries because we are acknowledging the free will of other person. What are they up to? It's not about what I want to do for them. What do they really want? That matters. It's not about what I want to do for them because I think is good for them. Then the lesson is waiting for us. So these beautiful boundaries are to remind us that they are also part and parcel of Krishna. And they are going through their journey. They have every right to make their own choice, right or wrong. I respect their free will and I will be on standby for any help and support that they need me from any time. Dear devotees, if we apply, I don't want to say if, when we apply, there's not only to the devotees, people outside, but for our family members also. Not easy, but these boundaries are beautiful. They'll be helpful. Yeah? So these two things about the emotional care. These are the highlights because we don't get to hear about these two things in Bhakti. We hear a lot of Krishna Katha, everything, but these topics we even hesitate to acknowledge. What to speak of speaking it out that I am going through this. You're doing Bhakti? Really? Are you going through it? No judging, no labeling. We'll make our way out to Krishna. Yeah? So that's emotional health, emotional care. That's a major aspect. Huh? This is where the harmony happens though. Physical health mein kya hai? If the body is starting to hurt, we will have to start to stretch and exercise. वो तो करना ही पड़ेगा. There is nothing more to talk about the physical health. हो जाएगा. But this emotional health is very subtle. Yeah? And that's why we need to spend more time on this. And this is also a quick one. We know cognitive health is Shastra. Okay, Shastra. Question. Yeah, is Shastra really needed? Bhakti is all about spiritual emotion. Bhakti bhava hai na? Is Shastra really needed? Why? Why is Shastra needed? Bhakti is all about devotion, right? Why Shastra? Huh? Someone establishing the relationship? Yeah. Strength. Yeah. Shastra chakshu chahiye na. This journey is going to be long. We have to have Shastra chakshu. It is said that Tattva is the foundation on which rasa is built. The spiritual emotions, they are not very cheap. They are not very cheap. They come and stay steady past Nishtha and Ruchi. We are in Anartha Nivritti. कैसे sustain होना है? Every day struggling, chanting and seva. Just for chanting and seva, we have to gather ourselves because we are in Anartha Nivritti. है ना? So, without knowing what we are doing, why we are doing Bhakti, that is what Shastra is about. What am I doing in Bhakti? Why am I doing it? The knowledge, Shastra. And on that strong foundation of Shastra, then the spiritual mellows get, they spring from there and they get steady there. So on the strong foundation of Tattva, Rasa is built. So that's why. And in the simpler words, everything that Srila Prabhupada said in his purports is very important for us to do our sadhana bhakti. And that's why we need to know the Shastra. Social health. Wow. ये क्या है? Social health. Well, social health means we are social beings. We are social, we are here together. We are not just somebody one doing, in the forest, Ashtanga Yoga. No. We are doing Bhakti Yoga together. This is social. And you see the social health, how congenial it is now as we are sitting together. How harmonious and congenial is. This is social health. So, social health is interaction. How are we interacting with each other? Vaishnava interactions. Yeah? How, really, tell me this. Is it really important for my bhakti? I see that you're putting a topic here, Vaishnava interactions. I will just do my bhakti. Mera japa mein japa karti. Mera seva mein seva karti. Done. Go home. I'll do that every day. Japa seva. My bhakti is going on. Why these Vaishnava interactions? Okay, let's hear from Jiva Goswami. What is Srila Jiva Goswami saying? Can somebody please, can one of you please read that? What is he saying, Srila Jiva Goswami, about the devotee interactions? Okay, though, whoever can see, please read that. Though one usually ignores.
Though one usually ignores others in attaining one's own goals, those aspiring for prema accept dependence on others with similar goals and tastes. Thus, cooperating with each other, they work together, keeping in mind the goal of prema.
Krishna prema. Jiva Goswami is saying that. So our Jiva Goswami is saying, ab bolna, okay, practical example. We are driving on the road, Then I might be thinking, okay, my car, my lane, and I just go. The cars around, what are the lines in between, why are they meant for? I just go, bhakti. There are people around, there are cars around. What about the safety factor, right? Safety for us, safety for them. Vaishnava interactions are that. We are all driving. Bhakti is a personal journey. Yeah, on the road, we are driving our personal car, but we are doing it together. It's very important to watch out for each other. Yeah, otherwise the environment on the road, we see the drivers, it can really get heated up. Oh, that is such an ordinary example. What to speak of our subtle journey, bhakti, right? So now please tell. My bhakti, I keep going, period. Is that like that? Or Vaishnava interactions matter? Okay, Vaishnava interactions matter. Yeah, when we drive on the road, those white lines are there, right? Separating between, yeah? Can you tell? Please think and say, what are those white lines for us in our devotional journey between the devotees? Beautiful boundaries. Beautiful boundaries. Yes? And can you tell me, how can a Vaishnava interaction can be hurtful and uplifting, right? Or anywhere in between. So, if a Vaishnava interaction is hurtful, is that a Vaishnava seva? Right? And interactions are inevitable. Not only inevitable, they are wanted and they are welcomed in bhakti, because this is bhakti together. So how should our Vaishnava interactions be? First of all, we are wanting to welcome them. And how can a Vaishnava interaction be uplifting? Vaishnava interaction, when it is done in the mode of sattva. We have these modes, right? Passionate, yeah. And sometimes mode of ignorance is like, ignorance is we are troubled, and when somebody is interacting with us, they are also troubled. Troubles are, it's part of life, it can be there. When we walk through it. But how can a Vaishnava interaction be uplifting when it is in sattva? Okay? Sattva is, to make it short, as long as we try that Vaishnava interaction is uplifting, Vaishnava seva is done. You see? How many kinds of Vaishnava sevas are happening subtly, all the time. It's not just giving something to a devotee, or just an object, or a thing, or just spending time. Spending time is there, but how can it be uplifting? See how much the variety of Vaishnava seva. Our very presence and our very interaction, if it is uplifting to the devotees around, then each one of you are doing tremendous Vaishnava seva. Yeah? So that's about Vaishnava interaction. Yeah? So, social health is okay. We need it, dear devotees. That is Vaishnava interaction. Oh, yeah, we heard from Jiva Goswami. And this we already know. Lord Krishna, he is serving the devotee. Gauranga Mahaprabhu. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita about Vaishnava, beautiful Vaishnava interactions. And Raghunath Das Goswami doing the Vaishnava Seva. Even to get through to Nitai, what to go to Gauranga, he has to go through the Vaishnava Seva first, and then Nitai, and then Gauranga. That's about the Vaishnava interactions. Spiritual health, we do it every day. Not much to speak about, but because we already know. We already know. Spiritual health is Harinama, Krishna Katha, Nam Seva and Dham Seva. Lordships are here too. There are some places where they don't really have temple, just the congregation only then. But we have, our fortune is we have our lordships too. So Nam Seva, Dham Seva, Krishna Katha. This is for the spiritual health. This we are, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, our whole protocol is definitely filled with this spiritual health. Our focus is for this spiritual health to be very sound, very steady, and that's why, where is this pyramid? Yeah. Our focus is this, the top of the pyramid. Our eyes are there, the top of the pyramid, spiritual health. And as Jiva Goswami said, we are making this journey together with a common goal, Krishna Prema. We might be having our differences, our opinions, everything, but we still choose to be harmonious, to go together because we have a common goal. That's from Jiva Goswami. Yeah? So our focus in bhakti will not change. It will continue to be spiritual and spiritual only. This is spiritual journey. We are just paying attention to the other parts of it, so our spiritual journey can go peacefully, harmoniously, and in a very steady way. So we are not shifting the focus at all. We are focused even more, and we are just being aware of the other pieces where our bhakti can get more steadier. That's about all the aspects of health, dear devotees. This is all beautiful. Again, you can please go on the website. About the physical health, we have seen, we have covered everything. And here, emotional health, we just talked about the tools. But in bhakti, our emotional health is very nicely done. See, look at this. Singing bhajans, poetry, music, dancing, drama. We already have this nourishment. There is a lot that is, actually there is everything that is given for us in bhakti. Just that we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention. And this is an effort to bring it to our attention that it is already there. And also just being aware when the emotions come, gearing it towards Krishna. So that's emotional health. We have discussed about the ruler and the beautiful boundaries. Ruler is nothing but our emotional journey also towards Krishna. Sort it out, fluff it out, no bottling up. Yeah? And then Shastra. On the Tattva Jnana, Rasa is built. And social health is Vaishnava interactions, and Vaishnava interactions, uplifting Vaishnava interactions is devotee care. And spiritual health. Okay, here in spiritual health, these are from Acharyas and Shastra. The mood for Harinama, what did they recommend? What did they instruct? They are not recommendations, instructions. Yeah, so that's incomplete about different aspects of our health and how I'm summarizing it, winding down, so we can pack it up in here. We heard about how caring for ourselves is important before we care for others. So caring for ourselves should go on simultaneously while we care for others. Yeah? And what kinds of care are there? Bhakti, spiritual health is there. But for the spiritual health to go on steadily without interruption, then the other aspects of the health should be acknowledged. So the spiritual health can be sound, that we have heard. And in the physical health, we know well. And in the emotional health, we have heard about those two tools. One is ruler, which is yam krodha kama. That is all the emotions. Acknowledge them, sort it out, see that we are going towards Krishna. Yeah? In service. That's one thing. Do not repress them and do not ignore them. Yeah? And the second one is boundaries, beautiful boundaries. Yeah? That's emotional. And the tattva is the cognitive, and Vaishnava interactions is the social health. Vaishnava interactions, we want Vaishnava interactions to be uplifting and helpful. Sattva, sattvic Vaishnava interactions with the Vaishnava etiquette. And then spiritual health, Harinama, Nam Seva, Dham Seva, Krishna Katha. Yeah. So that's about caring for ourselves and caring for others, the wholesome care. And the last thing is, okay, this is so wonderful. All this is heard. But practically, yes, please say something. Do we have here something going on that I can take care of myself now? Coming to that point, the last point. So far, for past 2 years, when this initiative was started, the Wholesome Devotee Care Initiative was started, outline. So this was the first thing, this was the outline. And the mission is to deepen our bhakti through service to the holy name and devotees. Okay. The vision, yeah, if you look at the vision, this was already done. To bring the awareness, the training, the support, guidance, resources for all these aspects of health. They were already provided in this past 2 years. And all those recordings, most of the recordings are available on the YouTube. If you go to Wholesome Devotee Care, in each aspect, we called in the speakers and our congregation, we had our questions to them too. So all this was already addressed in past 2 years. What are we doing now? What is available for us now? That I want to quickly say. This is the last slide. Kaise karna? Yeah. The last slide. How do I make it big? Yeah. So can you see, dear devotees? They are too small, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, yeah. So these are the services that are available for us currently in the congregation in all aspects of health. We have yoga and pranayama Monday through Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5:15 to 6 o'clock. It's going to start from tomorrow. And for those, I'll give you the barcode for a WhatsApp. Ye kya badal raha hai? This is the first time I'm sitting here and talking about the barcode and WhatsApp. When all the speakers were sitting here, we used to have pen, paper, at the most screen. I'll show you the barcode so you can scan. But these are the services we have. Yoga and pranayama, Monday through Thursday. Okay? And Ayurveda and homeopathy sessions. They are also available. Every month we will have a session on Ayurveda and homeopathy. They are interactive ones. So if you have questions or concerns and the common topics for our health, they are all discussed. Okay? That is also coming up. And the first session for this year would start somewhere at the end of the January. We'll let you know when it starts. That's in the physical health. There are resources too. Okay, that will come up. There are resources, medical resources that we have on, the link is present on the temple website. In those medical resources, when we have a question of who is good, a good doctor or a chiropractor, whoever it is, a little recommendation, informal ones, especially when coming from the devotees that we know, that might help us. So that medical resources is also available for us as a link on our New Goloka website. So these are the three things that we have for physical health now. Okay? And the emotional care. What do we have here? The compassionate listening. Yeah? There are certified empathic listeners in the community. There are about the team, I think we have about 6 of them. We will share that information to you. All those 6 devotees, volunteers, and their personal member. This empathic communication, remember we're saying, don't bottle up your emotions. Fluff them out, sort it out. Some can sort it out, not everybody. And some can be sorted out because they're small. Some cannot be sorted out because they're so big. And we need somebody to share this. And we also want to make sure that they don't make fun of it, that they don't look down on us just because we are saying it, and they maintain the confidentiality. So these are certain things, especially Guhyamakyati Prachyati, right? The Vaishnava exchanges. This is a very important Vaishnava exchange. Gifts, okay. Gifts we give and take, prasadam give and take. But confidential matters, when somebody is expressing something, what is the validation that I'm giving? Am I really judging them? How am I being useful to the other devotee who is going through and saying what they're saying? This is very important aspect. So for that, there is a training necessary. We are all good intentioned people. We are all, but thoda sa training chahiye humko. Isliye we have certified listeners. We'll share the list. And for that especially, we need some undivided attention when the conversation is going on. So that will be more of an appointment based. So we can go to a school building or somewhere where we are undisturbed and you can speak, settle down and heal. That's important. So that part will share that information about the compassionate listening team. And second thing is about the psychology tools for those devotees who are interested. Not everybody may be interested, or but for those who are interested and who find them useful, all that education and information is being shared in WDC Global Group. What are the negative thinking patterns? How to identify them? Actually, dear devotees, especially that part, the negative thinking patterns, we are going to have a session soon in WDC. That can be an eye-opener for us devotees. We may think if something happens by default, it's you, not me, it's you. It default hai. Even though we have an intention to change, how to come out of this conditioning. So there can be some useful tools for those who are interested, and that all that information is present in WDC Global Group. I will show you the barcode to scan if you want to join. And the Shastric thing is, temple room mein ye sab ja rahe, and from morning till evening there is some katha going on. In person, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, and Bhakti Diksha, they are all Shastra is being, Shastric care is being given. So in person, online Bhakti Dikshas, they are all there. I'll tell you the contact, yeah. For more information, Aditya Prabhu. For all the Shastra, whatever is available here, that is going on. And for physical care, emotional care, you can please reach out to me if you have any questions. So I can serve you accordingly. And for Vaishnava care, so far, and this is one more useful for all of you. If you open that WhatsApp group, wow, how many groups are there? Ek group mein how many divisions are there? Dekhte to dizzy, right? I'll just mention this to you. In a way, it is good that they're all together, so we don't have to search. Just that we have to know how to make use of them. I'll just tell you. In New Goloka Care, there are local groups. Apex, that side, Kerry, Morrisville, Raleigh, like that. If you need anything locally, immediately, yeah, post a message there. See a prasadam. Today somebody was asking ride. I don't know if that Prabhu or Mataji is here. They posted that on somewhere in one of these groups. I happened to see that. He's coming, he or she's coming from Nightdale. And that message was like, I really want to come to temple. I need a ride, please. And I'm ready to pay for the gas also. That was the message there. I'm like, where does this go? This message, okay. I directed it to Raleigh group. because Nidal is close to Raleigh. So that message in the general group, how many messages can we check? So nobody could. But when we went to the local one, then Raleigh devotees, they responded. So they could get the help needed. So for you, if any help, you need any local help, immediate help, prasadam, ride, anything, you can just post a message in the local group. And there is a coordinator in the local group. You go to admin, you see the coordinator. So they will be able to help you. Okay? And there is a general group. There you can post. You don't know where to put the message, just put it in the general group and we'll sort it out. So that's about local care groups. And we have child protection team. Krishna Prabhu is there. And Vaishnavi care group is there. In WDC, parenting group is there. Here also we have parent support group. Youth care group is also there. Elder care team is there. Gopal Prabhu and Krishna Prabhu. They serve a lot in this team. This is just to let you know that these teams are available. These cares are available. We are caring for each other. Yeah. So. And last one is for the Harinam. We have the morning temple program, morning till evening, starting with the morning program. Very important, and it's strongly recommended that we come here in person, have the darshan of the Lordships, japa and katha. But for those who cannot come and very far and want to have that kind of sadhana every day in the morning, there is an online morning program with japa and katha. Okay? Again, the first preference is to have the darshan of the Lordships and be here. And there is Mayapur TV link also to have the live darshan and the programs. But if that is not possible, there is online morning program starting from 4:40 in the morning with Guru Ashtakam, Tulsi prayers, Sri Sikshashtakam, Japa and Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll share that WhatsApp link too. And last thing but not least, Dham Seva. There are many services that Lordships are allowing us to do. And how we can serve Mother Leela Shakti. Yeah? You may please check with her. Ample services available. That's it. The last slide that you are looking for, your cell phones. If you are interested, how do I put this up? Oh, yeah. Is that helpful? Can you scan from here? But these are the barcodes of the WhatsApp groups for yoga and pranayama, Ayurveda, homeopathy. These barcodes will put you in one of those WhatsApp groups. So, those are the barcodes. Yeah, that's it, dear devotees. I am thankful that this opportunity is given to share this information to you, hoping and praying that at least some part of this information that is shared will help you, all of us, to settle down, heal in bhakti, so we can feel nourished every day and our bhakti can go on with all harmony. And my thanks to Leela Shakti Mataji, Aditnayan Prabhu, Nitai Gunmani Prabhu, Hariveni Prabhu. With all their help, I am able to present whatever I am presenting now. Yeah? And thank you all to each one of you for such kind attention. Vanchakapatarubhyascha kripasindubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, I'd like to thank Dasi Mataji for this beautiful, very powerful and very practical presentation. And as Mataji said, these things are there in the Shastra, but we just don't realize it. It was so nice to see all these points so we can actually personally focus, interact with each other. The point about Vaishnava Seva, just in our interactions, how we actually do Vaishnava Seva, many, many wonderful points. One thing about this screen, I think because the image is a little blurry, maybe the QR codes will not work, but we'll send out this image, so that we can actually join the WhatsApp groups. this, I'm not sure, it may not work with the QR code because but we'll send this information out. And if anyone is not part of our, ISKCON group, WhatsApp group, we have one main group, it's called the announcements group. So please, everyone, join that announcements group. And once you are on that group, you can see all these other groups as a category. And if you like to join any of these groups, you can just select that group and be a part of that group. But everyone here, please join the ISKCON announcements group, our temple announcements. And if you're not a member, you need any information, I'll be downstairs near Prasadam. I can add you to our main group, and then you'll see all these as subcategories, so you can join. So I would like to take some questions, but we are a little bit tight on time today because we have a presentation by the Sunday school children, and they are eagerly waiting downstairs to do the presentation. So let's give a big thank you to Ujjvala Rasajna Mataji. For this beautiful, wonderful presentation, and at the same time for this entire seva to our whole community. So let's thank her. It's like few years, she's really taken the whole initiative, come up with this, form groups, and she's really trying to make this available to our entire community. And so let's thank her. Okay, so yes, we have to hurry and go down, but we have a few quick important announcements. I mentioned about next Saturday, because we will announce about that. January 21st, we will have the program on glories of Lord Ramchandra. Since Ayodhya, there's the installation of Lord Ramchandra, so there will be an entire evening. His Honorable Krishna Goswami Maharaj will lead us into a beautiful evening of Ram Katha. And the weekend after that, January 26 to 28, is Adi Gadadhar Prabhu's visit here. So just couple announcements with Kasan Prabhu, and then we'll proceed downstairs for the children presentation. So as soon as the announcements are done, we request everyone to kindly stand up quickly and rush downward